Green Eggs and Ham gifted 10 Philly 500 memberships. Thank you so much for your support. And welcome to Dingbat Nation to everybody who got it. Minute 40 left. Tight formation. Hurts back to pass. Looking. He's got A.J. Brown. Caught. A.J. Brown. Touchdown! That's it. Yeah. Yeah, the truffle shuffle's coming out. Wait, rerun. Boom! Kicking this team's ass. Tried to tell these people. I tried to tell Eagles are going to kick their ass. Let's go. Damn right.
I would say good morning, friends, but there's nothing good about this morning. We're in hell right now. We are literally in hell. What's up, Joe Boo? Funky Chicken. And the chicken, formerly known as One Ring. It was a long night. Before I get into everything, it was kind of crazy because here in Waynesboro is a historic, actually, city. It's known for the Iron Cross, which is the east-west, north-south train that intersected here in Waynesboro, which if you were traveling, north and south and needed to go east and west, you came to Waynesboro, and this became a boom town, or at least Basic City did. And the trains are still a major part of Waynesboro. And the train tracks, aren't far from me. Typically, when the train goes through, you don't really hear it, but you get this soothing kind of vibration if you're in the house. And I usually sleep really, really well. But last night, have you ever had like the TV's been on and what's on TV becomes part of your dream or your nightmare? And last night, middle of the night, a train came through and it was hauling ass because you could really feel this train just. And I literally, in my mind, it felt like there was a train wreck. And I was dreaming or having a nightmare, and I saw Leo and that freaking green train and the green smoke just hauling ass down the train tracks. And I woke up. And here's this train that's going hauling ass down the train tracks. I may have to shut my channel down for some time. It's literally gotten that bad. And on the day that the Eagles win their second Super Bowl, they're now working their way up. They're still in the basement of the NFC East, but they're working their way up. And you have to look at it and say, hey, they're 2-2 in this century. They've been to 4. And we haven't done dick. Nothing. Zero. Nada. And on the day that the Super Bowl is there, what do we get? But literally, our players literally telling you they're sick of this shit. Ceedee Lamb. Okay, because yesterday morning we woke up to the Cowboys have had internal discussions of the possibility of trading Micah Parsons per rap sheet. And literally, having gone through this shit last year with Ceedee Lamb and Dak Prescott, even though Dak Prescott has no trade clause, we are doing the same shit again. the same shit. And Ceedee Lamb responds, y'all tired? Aren't y'all tired of this? Every offseason, top of the charts, let's just win big games. And that's with 11, shaking my head. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy here is we are literally watching the Eagles, who just won the Super Bowl. Would it surprise you if the Eagles ended up trading and getting Myles Garrett? Would it surprise you if Myles Garrett ended up being an Eagle next year on a defense that we got to call them the Goon Squad, as Leo put it, because they sure look like some roughneck mother humpers, man. That was like Pulp Fiction. I'm going to get some hard head and crack smoking, hard ass mugs with some pipes and pliers and things. That's literally what they did to Kansas City. That's literally what they did with Kansas City. It wasn't about having one good guy. It was about having 11 good guys that were bad guys, that were out there beating the crap out of them. You know what I never hear from Howie Roseman? Is how difficult it's going to be to sign people. The constraints. You know what I don't hear about from Howie is how we believe in our guys and we can't let any of those guys go and try and upgrade. Because, see, here's what we do. We look at, right now, Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle, who had a good year, when they finally decided, let's run the football. We'll go through and we'll try and figure it out if we're going to keep him, and maybe we don't. And maybe we do like we did last year, and we replace him with an old-ass back like Zeke or Dalvin Cook. And to me, that's kind of like when not Sears that built Kid Holmes, the what's left of the modern-day Sears, and Kmart, two dying franchises that said, let's get together and we'll make one big company. And what they were is not one big great company. They were one big bad company. They sucked. They're terrible. There's nothing there. So that's what we did with Zeke and Dalvin Cook. You got two spent backs that you didn't get 300 yards out of. See, here's what the Eagles do. They look with a guy like Miles Sanders and say, he played pretty good. Let's go get DeAndre Swift. We think he can be better. DeAndre Swift had 1,400 yards between passing and receiving. And instead of saying, we're good at running back, they went out and said, how can we get that position even better? Let's go out and let's get Saquon. Let's not be satisfied. How can we improve the position? We don't do that. We have decent ones, and we let them go, and we put a wing in a prayer and hope that our USFL guy, our undrafted rookie free agent, or our fourth-round draft pick from the year before can step up into the breach and become great. And we wonder why we don't win. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts, who, when it counted, was there, dropping bombs. On a night where they could not run the football, he stood up and he played outstanding. But the thing about the Eagles that's a lot different, and we can go through, is the pressure of winning week after week isn't solely on one guy's back. Jalen Hurts. He has a complete list of characters. He's got a great offensive line, best running back in football, great wide receivers, tight end. If I'm going to say, and this is sacrilegious to say this is really sacrilegious to say this, but what that team reminded me of, watching how they were relentless after the quarterback, seeing Saquon being able to run this season the way he did, seeing A.J. Brown, seeing Dallas Goedert, seeing that defense that was relentless, seeing the youth on that team. Guys, that's what we used to be in the 90s. That's what we used to be in the 90s. It wasn't about we can't. We went out there and we got the Charles Haleys. We got the Deion Sanders. We made trades to bring in more talent. We took chances. We got young. We got a group of players together, young, strong, hungry, with attitude. And we went out on the field and we played football. The Eagles, they look like the 90s Cowboys. I shit you not, man. I shit you not. The Great Wall of Dallas, look at that offensive line right now with the Eagles. Look at it. That defensive front, bro, this shit's going to get hard. Especially if we are going to go ahead and just say, like Jerry Jones has said, hey, we'll be better just because we got Dak Prescott back. Yeah, but see, that goes along with the lines of, we believe in our own guys that haven't done shit. Unless the Cowboys change their DNA like they used to be, like the Eagles are now, and try to maximize talent and stop doing stupid shit like Ceedee Lamb has pointed out. Aren't you tired of this? Every offseason tops the charts. Let's just win. Let me remind you. Let's go back a little. Let's go back a little bit here, because this was, I want to say, 5 years ago, and let's see how much has changed, people.
It's official. This is the worst Dallas Cowboys offseason of the century, Mac?
Name me one. Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday, Kevin, and I can't think of a headline. I can't think of. We're almost at 4 months in, right? We're almost at April, and I went back to January 1. Think about how negative it's all been.
Yeah.
And I, you know, God bless the Cowboys. I know you guys are the flagship. They let you guys say whatever you want to say. For like my time, my 3 years there's only one time, Sean, that they said, yeah, don't ask that question. Everything else, it's been fair game.
Yeah.
Not everybody does that. We saw with the Washington Commanders.
Yes.
Their flagship station saying, oh, thank God we can talk about the Commanders now. no longer affiliated with them.
Right.
So, but I looked at really, when I looked at just like a day-by-day timeline, you know, they beat the Eagles on January 8th. They lost 2 out of their 3 games, right? They blamed the officials for basically 2 of the 3 losses, which is terrible. Dak Prescott sits there and endorses fans throwing junk at officials after the San Francisco game. He has to come out and apologize. You've got a PR director who retires. No big deal. 2 weeks later, there's this horrible story about him being accused of voyeurism, which he denied.
Yep.
But the Cowboys have to throw a $2.5 million check at 4 cheerleaders. Dak Prescott has another surgery. The Cowboys trade a wide receiver that they used the number 1 pick on back in 2018 in exchange for a 5th because the coaching staff doesn't like him, right? Then they give all this money to a guy who tore his ACL on January 2nd. Michael Gallup's not going to be ready for camp, right? Tank Lawrence is their best pass rusher. He comes back, that's a highlight. Jerry Jones gets named in a, Springer-like lawsuit. Randy Gregory, whom the Cowboys stuck by despite the fact that he had done nothing for them for years, gives them the middle finger, right, on a flip. Then they've got to cut Lyle Collins The coaching staff didn't like him, but they kept their punter.
Mac, why is Stephen Jones the Alan Greenspan of the NFL?
That's a great one-liner, by the way.
Thank you very much. Because it's so – we see all these teams talk about we're in cap hell, and then they go out and they trade for Tyreek Hill or they make these giant moves and add this big contract. I know the salary cap is a real thing, and, I've talked to Stephen Jones, whom I like a lot, and he has come to admit and embrace the idea if you're going into free agency, that means you're overspending on that player because you made a big mistake 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, that's fine. That's sound philosophy.
Yeah.
And are you getting any better? The Dallas Cowboys today on March 25th, are they any better today, Sean?
No
than
way.
They were on. Okay.
And no one, not even the biggest Homer fan. I mean, not even Mickey Spagnuolo would make that kid. Mickey might. Mickey might, but
he'd try.
Yeah, he would try. But I don't think anyone would say that. They all say it's early. It's early.
Oh, I know. And are they going to? There's nobody left that they're going to get off the street that's going to make him any better. The only thing that's going to make him any better, they think Dak Prescott is as good as Aaron Rodgers, that they can put pretty good players around him and he'll make them great, and they'll win 10 or 11, 12 games. And the NFC East still is garbage.
Yes. And the
that
NFC
was a few years ago.
Yeah. It absolutely baffles me just how bad this division remains. And if you're like, well, where's our
Mac, the greatest stat right now in sports, the most embarrassing, 17 straight years without a back-to-back division winner in that division.
There you go.
That
was it. There you go. And so, do you think the Cowboys are going to break that streak? Yeah, they might. No, seriously, who's better than them? Right? Who could unseat them?
Right.
Things change quickly.
The Giants are the one team to me, Mac, that does give me pause. Not necessarily
the Giants are the fourth.
Well, hold on now. They got Wink Martindale's their new defensive coordinator. Defensively, they've always been, deep.
So, same problems we've had. The crazy thing is, we're still paying this year Michael Gallup because of what the Cowboys have done. The Cowboys, over the course of the last 5 years, and I'm people will say you're just trying to deflect for your garbage ass quarterback. Well, okay, fine. You're free to have your opinion here, but you can't look at the roster versus our roster of the Eagles versus the Cowboys and look and say, we have the same tools. You cannot. You cannot. If we had a San Francisco 49er type roster, an Eagles type roster, then I could say, yeah, it's the coaching. It's the quarterback. But we don't have those things. We've got the richest franchise in the world that literally shops at the dollar store. So I don't know how we expect to be winners if that doesn't change. And we're sitting here as it stands as yesterday, debating on whether or not we should trade our best player, as opposed to how can we make our best player better? How can we get the most out of our quarterback and the money we spent out of there? How can we win more games? How can we just be better than everybody else? We just don't do that. We just don't. Congratulations, Eagles. It hurts the hell out of me to see you guys win. I hope in my heart that maybe this is a wake-up call for the Dallas Cowboys, because unlike when that was done 5 years ago, 4 years ago, the NFC East is no longer a joke. You got Washington that's definitely better. You got the Eagles that look like the 90s Cowboys. And then there's us who are the penny pinchers. With an owner who's literally talking about, that osmosis doesn't fall far from the tree, and selling us a whole bunch of bullshit. We'll just get Dak Prescott back and we're going to be better. Or, we paid Dak Prescott. It's shocking that we're not here. That goes to show you that these guys are freaking clueless when it comes to winning. And that Jimmy Johnson needs more credit. Because Jimmy Johnson got these idiots 3 Super Bowls. That's right. I'm counting the one that Barry Switzer had because that's the team that he put together. Let's finish this off with a few minutes. I haven't even seen Get Up, but, let's hear the cheering for the Eagles. Let's take our medicine.
Good morning, and from the studios of WYES in New Orleans. Look, we've been back to the 80s. I'm sorry. Delighted to be here with you. Live, doesn't it? And I am so grateful to all of these gentlemen here who chose to spend an extra day in New Orleans.
Whoa. I'm not speaking for the rest of them, but I never chose to be here. They told me to be here. I had to be here.
One way or the
I don't know
other.
what you're talking about.
You know who we are. You know what we're here to talk about. Roll the highlights. Super Bowl 59 here in New Orleans. The quarterbacks were...
Okay, we're not going to do the highlights because we will literally get shut down. Okay, so we'll just end it right there. We'll get ourselves out of our misery. And believe me, it's miserable. I'll do the walk of shame here.
You've seen games where defense plays good one way.
Come on, Kansas
and then all
City.
of a sudden, what
You
happens
gotta get your
is
shit together
you don't
on
get
this
enough
drive.
points, and then the other team gets going. Can't do that. You got to take advantage of this. Torreyville Davis Super Chat. Eagles need to stop the running slow developing runs up the middle, run wide on them, off tackles and sweeps. Yeah, I don't mind that. But like I said, you got to run play action. You're going to have to run some good play action.
Yeah, Eagle fans, you're in a Cowboys chat while your team's in the Super Bowl. It doesn't make sense to me either, but hey, I appreciate everybody watching.
10 points is not enough. We need like a big pick six. Like a big pick six or something,
Jacoby Mitchell, that's not the first time.
All right, there's 8:38 left in the half. Philly's up 10-0. And look, we've got to keep it up.
He's sacked on first down? Come on, man. You got to be kidding me.
We need a pick six. Pick six right now.
Wow.
Change the game.
Wow.
1st and 10, Chiefs at the 30. Mahomes, quick
This
sack.
does not look like Kansas
pressure,
City, y'all.
Look, sacked! Yeah! Good defense! Josh Webb, baby! That's huge! Huge! Hit that like button! Let's go! We need to get to 2,000 likes. We're only at 1,400. We got to pick them likes up, man. There's not enough likes. Come on, we're getting buried in the algorithm. I can see it by the way that the chat's going.
This is bad, man. This is just bad.
2nd and 14. 2nd and 14 at the 24. 25, rather. Mahomes play action, looks, throws, sacked again! Jalen Hunt! Jalen Hunt! Great move! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Jalen Hunt, baby! Love it! Beautiful! Big third down!
It can't get any worse than this. Shit. Yeah, no, wait for it.
There you go, baby. Jalen Hunt.
No!
Rook. Ain't no Rook anymore. Great play. Big third down here.
Oh,
Gotta get off the field on 3rd and 16.
No.
Gotta get off the field.
Intercepted.
Mahomes back to pass. Looks, rolls out. Look, there's a hold on 74. Intercepted! Cooper DeJean! Go! Go, Cooper!
No, I can't take this.
Let's go,
No.
Dijon. His Super Bowl pick six. Our friggin' rookies are awesome. Our rookies are awesome.